the studio today, Denver native Jocelyn Ford Keel, a.k.a. JoFoKe. She's a talented multi-genre vocalist, songwriter, and performer, also the creative force of JoFoKe and Same Cloth. Now, this dynamic ensemble has established themselves as a fixture in Denver's vibrant music scene. Together, they bring to life original compositions as well as creative reinterpretations of classical tunes, creating a lasting impression. Now, she remains a highly sought-after, celebrated session vocalist, writer, vocal producer, director, clinician, and speaker. She is also the daughter of renowned composer, arranger, pianist, and band leader Joe Keel. Now, at the age of 19, he was on the Ted Mack Show with the Joe Keel Trio. I saw on Facebook that so many people are feeling that he should be in the Colorado Hall of Fame. What do you think? Good morning, JoFoKe. Thank you for coming down to Community Connection here at KUVO.
Good morning. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for the invite.
It's my pleasure, really, truly my pleasure. So I read that you love to write and perform what you call life music.
Absolutely.
Okay, and tell us about that. How much of your life do you put into that creativity?
Pretty much all of my life. Sometimes I spill too much of my own beans, but the life music sort of started because I did come up in the church, and there is a consistent conversation about secular versus sacred music, and you know what your faith is, if your faith is true, if you are singing secular music. But I view all music as testimony. You know, it's really just telling a story. It's
True.
telling your story, and it's not necessarily something to frown upon. It's a free expression, and I believe it's a God-given expression. Yeah,
okay.
Gift, talent. Of course, there's a lot that goes into honing those skills and sharpening those tools, but I don't think that it's anything for any faith to fear.
True that. I love that statement. Now, what is it like growing up watching your dad, Joe Keel, and his orchestra perform with so many talented Colorado artists, and how did that influence you?
Oh, that was awesome. It was really awesome. At the time, I didn't know that it was abnormal. One time in particular, the groundbreaking concert for Denver International Airport, Dad was the musical director, and I would come down to his studio when he got home late. And that night, I came down the stairs in a Care Bears nightgown and encountered Ben Vereen.
Wow.
And I knew him at that point as Webster's uncle.
Right?
But it was like, what in the world? Why is this man who's on TV here?
In my house.
That's when it was like, okay, this is different. I don't think everybody has these kinds of experiences, but it was really cool. I got a chance to just see different aspects of artistry and meet a lot of different creatives. Opalanga Pugh gave me my first set of jacks, and you know she was a giant.
That's awesome.
An incredible poet and storyteller. I had some great experiences. James Van Buren picked my name out of a hat.
Wow.
And named me 8 days after I was born. These are incredible stories, and it's not really a flex, as my generation says. It's just, these are real experiences. And so that was great to be surrounded by all of those beautiful, beautiful people who would pour into me.
That's amazing. Wow. So I understand you're an HBCU graduate.
Yes.
Yay. Congratulations on that.
University.
And you share your voice on stage and in the studio with so many other iconic musicians like Natalie Cole, Roberta Flack, Marvin Sapp, B.B. Winans, just to name a few, including Colorado's own Diane Reeves. Tell us about those experiences.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, the most important to me of those is the one and only Miss Diane Reeves. She is an incredible human, and she can sing a little bit, you know.
Show you right.
No, but she really is the ultimate homegirl and family friend on both sides. My mother's side, the Ford family, and the Keel side. She's been an awesome friend even before I was born, and so. Yeah, to sing with her, I got a chance to sing with her a few years ago at the Hiawatha Davis luncheon, and I'm never gonna not be starstruck. She is incredible to me. I used to go through the house imitating her or emulating her. She did, and the glory of the Lord, and at the end, she was doing like this Brazilian scat. Can't get a new that here, and I was like an 8-year-old walking around the house.
That's marvelous.
Getting on my siblings' nerves, but like she is that iconic to me.
But that's amazing because all of that shaped you into the JoFoKe you are today.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, now when did you decide to create your own band, and how did you come up with the name Same Cloth?
Okay, so initially I was just JoFoKe, and I was performing, and people would say, "What's your band's name?" And I was like, "I don't know, them." And so I had the band JoFoKe and Nim. That's actually who you just heard, JoFoKe and Nim.
Okay.
And when the pandemic happened, Solomon Chapman and I had already started a duo project, and we were unnamed, but by Colorado law, when things opened up, you could only have 4 people on stage. And so we decided we would figure it out. Let's go ahead and launch a 4-person group. And we did, and ultimately that became Same Cloth. And although he is no longer my partner in that, he is my musical director, and yeah, we are still pressing forward with Same Cloth, and we've added a few people, and now the and them vocals.
Same Cloth and them and vocals. All right.
Right. It's still just Same Cloth, and I know there have been some questions about the recent rebranding of it being JoFoKe and Same Cloth. It just really was about not getting lost in the sauce, you know, and I really did have a conversation with my parents about that. Like, you've already launched out as this artist, you should attach your name to Same Cloth so no one's thinking you're inactive and, you know, all of those things. So it's still the same old Same Cloth. I'm still the same old JoFoKe. We're just JoFoKe and Same Cloth.
I like
Probably like the next generation of JoFoKe and them.
I love it. JoFoKe and them and Same Cloth. I love it. Okay, now congratulations on your residency at Dazzle Denver.
Thank you.
Who are some of the players who accompany you on that residency?
So it's the Same Cloth crew. Of course, Solomon Chapman, James Trey on guitar, Callum Bear also on guitar, and then Will Gaines on the bass, Matthew Campbell on drums, and little old me. And then now recently we've added the vocals, Brianna Anye, Dax Oliver, and my big sister, Stacy Franklin. And we've all been together since forever, singing together since forever.
It is so wonderful to play music with your family, isn't it?
It is.
It's a feeling that you can't replace with anything.
Absolutely.
It's just phenomenal.
Yeah, and you know they always have your back.
They do.
You know?
They do.
It's a safe space. And I feel that way about everyone on the stage. We have become family at this point. We fight like siblings and all of that.
All that fun
It's
stuff.
all love.
Well, I sure appreciate you coming down today. I have one more question. So tell me about Joe Keel and getting him into the Colorado Hall of Fame.
Yes. So a few weeks ago, I don't know if it was a tantrum, but it was kind of a morning lamentation, if you will, or morning lament, where we all know his health is up and down. And that particular morning, it wasn't a good morning. And I had submitted his name for induction into the Colorado Music Hall of Fame, and have a few times, as have a few others, and have let me know, and he's still not there. And it was frustrating to know that he's just not there, and hasn't gotten that opportunity to be inducted. And it's troublesome because I don't know, when that will happen, and I'm fearful that it will happen after he passes on. And I want him to be able to smell his flowers
while he's living.
While
yes.
he's yet living.
Well, whatever we have to do to push to get there. I mean, I love the post on Facebook, and whatever we can do. I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you. Somebody that's been here in Colorado with the JoFoKe trio since he was 19 years old. Come on.
Absolutely. And he actually started his career at 7,
right?
At the Rossonian in a big band.
See?
Yeah.
The Rossonian is huge for Colorado
talent. Absolutely.
Well, I want to thank you, JoFoKe, for taking the time out of your busy day to come down and be here on Community Connection, a Colorado where everyone is felt, seen, and heard.